Welcome to Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the imagosphere and pull out the next great video game idea. I am the CEO of Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made Gimme Some Sugar. How'd that do?
So, because of the sheer amount of cereal mascots that are animals, we got another bestiality warning from the authorities. The bestiality authorities. And they said that this was the last time they're going to warn us about this. And since our live shows are finally available to the general public, and we tend to fall back on bestiality every time we're in front of people.
We tend to.
We. Yeah.
End of statement?
What statement?
Anyway. So yes, as you've alluded to.
I have a statement to make.
Okay, well, I'm already making a statement. So as you have alluded, we have been taking a bit of a break, letting you listen to our back catalog of live shows. So before we start the episode, I just have a question for you, Beckers. What have you been doing during your break?
I was playing rugby.
Okay.
That's it. Sorry. What are you doing, Bryce?
You know that room on the third floor with the sign that says "Do not enter"? I went in there.
What was in there?
You know, I honestly don't know. I remember going into the room and then coming out, and that was the last time we recorded, so something's got to be in there. They put up a sign for some reason.
Who put the sign up?
That's an excellent question. That is... Who knows? Beckers. See, I was the last one to say something, so I'm going to make you do it. Beckers, what do you have a game idea?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Did you want to hear about it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so I've been reading the new Hunger Games book. Did you know there was a new one?
No, okay. There's the new Twilight one, which is is book one, but from the other character's point of view. But then the Hunger Games also did a new one. Is it also like the first one, but from like the janitor's point of view?
No.
God, can we make that though?
You can make that during your game idea.
You have to be a janitor for the Hunger Games. Oh, I'm swapping my stuff. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Well, it's probably better than whatever you came up with. So the new book, it's like a prequel, whatever. It's about the Hunger Games. That's all that matters. I'm saying my mind's on the Hunger Games. I'm making a Hunger Games game.
Okay.
So in the Hunger Games, there are mentors for each tribute, right? Yeah, right. They help them like navigate the capital and train them to win the games or whatever. What if we made a game where you play as a mentor or tribute, and the mentors can talk to the tributes during the game, like directly, like they have an earpiece or something.
Okay.
And they can talk to them the whole time, and they can direct them around. They'll be like, bro, you know, there's somebody to your northeast or whatever, and then the one on the northeast knows that they know, you know, because their mentors are talking to them too, right? So basically...
Wait, so are the mentors all like... Okay, are all of the mentors in the same room watching the games on a big TV screen? Like, are there multiple TV screens? Like, how are the mentors getting their information?
There's multiple TV screens. They have a lot of camera angles.
Okay, but are they all in the same room?
No, the mentors can't hear each other talking.
So then how would the other person know that if I said, hey, there's a guy over there, you seem to indicate that the guy over there would know that I know because...
Well, he would know because you both are watching all the cameras. So both mentors would roughly know where all the tributes are.
Yeah, if they, I mean, the mentor would have to be good at paying attention to everything because are we assuming 100 tributes? How many? Like there was only
24.
Yeah, if we're copying the Hunger Games, there's not that many.
And we are.
Okay, so it's not 100 because 100 is that number.
So 24 tributes and 24 mentors. So it's basically like a deal. And the mentors can talk to the tributes can't talk back. So it's a team game.
So then
One
it
of
would
them's
be
like,
I mean, in the Hunger Games, there's technically 2 tributes and then 1 mentor because the teams have a single mentor.
Yeah, but not this game.
Okay, so this is 1 tribute, 1 mentor.
Yes.
Okay, and so that makes 12 tributes, 12 mentors?
24 tributes, 24 mentors, because there's a male and female from each of the 12 districts.
Yes, but we're assuming that there's not 2 people on a team.
They're not on a team.
I just asked you. Oh. Because at the end,
just accept it.
At the end of the, they were like, oh, actually, if you're from the same district, you can win together because they're basically
that's not real.
Because they basically teamed up the entire time.
Yeah, but that's not real. That's not happening in this game. You're killing your friends.
Okay. Huh? But wait. But wait, though. What if it was 2 players on a team or 2 people on a group or whatever, but only one person could win and there's only 1 mentor? So you have to figure out who you're helping, and you can only if you somehow manage to get both of your tributes to the end, you have to basically be like, okay, now the other guy's over there. You should
I think that would be more dramatic. I actually like that.
Yeah, because then you kind of have to it's more complicated for the mentor because they have to watch 2 people, but they do get they can look anywhere. I almost kind of see this as a thing where you basically have a free camera. You can look around the map at anywhere, and communicate that stuff. But then you do have to manually drag your camera around. You can't just pop to all the different people. But then you do have to go who am I going to look at? Which of my 2 people am I going to go look around? Who am I helping?
I think maybe there can be multiple ways to play this game because I'm thinking that could be one mode, right? Because
is there a game where
you have 1 mentor, 2 tributes, and the mentor can whisper in each tribute's ear, and they know that the mentor can talk directly to the other tribute, and they don't know what they're saying, but they're assuming that it's all good. The mentor's gonna tell both of them hey, I've picked you and me to the end. Tell them both that, but one of them he's lying to them, and then towards the end he can be like, yeah, Timmy, you can eat those berries. Those are good ones. And then the other tribute wins, right? That could be one game mode. So the mentor's all big brain. The tributes are the ones who are on the ground doing the action, but probably it won't be both of them living to the end, right? Probably one of them's going to die in a wrestling match.
Only one person can win, so that then begs the question of who's the mentor one to win.
Right, yeah.
Which honestly will be great if you are squatting up with your friends.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely
be like one of those social deduction games or whatever. You have to figure out what the mentor's planning because he's only one of your friends.
Yeah. Hey, let's play this new game. Let's group up. You're helping each other. And it's but only one of you can win. And then I'm picturing the aftermath of so those berries you told me to eat, huh? Because if you're doing a solo queue and then it just matches with the other people, if the mentor screws you over, then it's just well, I guess I'll never
and all
get
the mentors, they'll have all the information about the flora and fauna in the arena. Or maybe that's something you can like buy with sponsor money or something. I don't know. But like, or power-ups you can get.
Ooh, actually, I kind of like that idea of along with the like. Okay, so that actually could work. Of a thing of instead of the free camera, because if it's free camera, I think you've basically got to stay on that the entire time, unless that's just a thing you can access in the menu. But along with just looking around to help scope out for the other players, the mentors could also try and smooth sponsors to try and get help for their
people are gonna sleep sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So like you have some time sometimes.
Although that begs the question of when they're sleeping, wouldn't that be a good time to be watching their back?
Well, that's a decision you have to make.
I know. See, this is great because then because it'll be great because you'll have deniability of, hey, that guy just almost got me. Where were you, mentor? And be like, I was getting you a parachute. Like I was talking to the fancy man for you.
You're welcome for the new shoes, bitch.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, I didn't get them. Oh, fuck, sorry. I got you confused with the one I like.
So there will be like items and power-ups you can get people, but like to get that kind of stuff, you have to devote more time to sponsoring and not watching the tributes.
Well, yeah,
so like there's always a trade-off.
Yeah, talking to the sponsors, smooshing them. You know, then you've got like dialogue options you got to go through and stuff.
Okay, so now let's take this to another level.
Mm-hmm. I like how, like, the tribute part is just like self-explanatory. Like, you know, hey, they're out there trying to kill each other, not get killed. We're just focusing on what that mentor's up to.
We've accepted that.
Yeah,
we've accepted that.
What's the mentor's day to day like?
They're gonna try and kill each other. That's how it be. I mean, they can try to like befriend other tributes and stuff, but I would think that that's pretty risky and scary when they have a mentor talking to them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, next level, Bryce. Next level. Here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. Get ready.
I'm ready. I'm here.
Blindfolds.
Okay.
So the arena's different every game, right?
Yeah.
The arena's different every game. You don't know what you're going to get. In one of the arenas, all the tributes are going to be blinded first.
I mean, like, blinded, like, we'll never be able to see again, or just, like, their eyes
it'll be reversible if they win, but they are blinded for the duration of the game.
Yeah, they're wearing something that they can't take off that covers their eyes.
No, it's the Capitol, right? So I'm pretty sure they removed their eyes, and they'll put them back after the game's over. Or give them robot eyes.
Okay. To be clear, this isn't like we're making something Hunger Games adjacent. We are using the Hunger Games license at that point.
We're just using it. Yeah.
Okay. So this would be sometime but before the Katniss ones.
Yeah, well, it's alternate universe Hunger Games because the mentors I don't think have ever been able to talk to tributes like this. The mentors aren't supposed to take such a hands-on approach to the games. Like they're kind of controlling what their tributes do. So
maybe this is a set in a deal of like, oh, 1 year we just tried something. We tried some different stuff. Think people were getting bored with the Hunger Games, so we spiced it up with mentors can talk to them.
Sure, that's fine. And like, can you imagine the mentors like whispering to Katniss in her ear, like, bro, there's that little dork down there. You got this. You win these. Get down there and shank him. Like, and she's sitting there like, I don't know, man. He looks like he's been working out. This is what I'm picturing.
Except like, this is still going to be a bunch of gamer like this is gonna be people gonna be role playing this. So this is your like bro friend being like
you and your bro friend, like your bro friend's whispering in your ear, and he's like, "Come on, get in there, Beckers. You could do this."
Okay, though. But can I present you something? But
do it.
What if they're like the mentor's voice put out audible sound so that if he was loud, then other people nearby could hear him. So he's whispering, "Hey, backers, there's a guy."
The mentors always have to whisper.
Yes, just whispering in your ear.
Well, that's kind of something I was thinking of. Like, what if you played this like in a public lobby or somebody, you got paired up with somebody random. So like you're the mentor and you have some random tribute and you're just like up on your mic like, you can do this. Go get the stuff. You're sexy. You just get somebody random and you can't talk back to them, so they're just being super fucking weird.
Oh, see that
the whole time.
That wasn't stated before that there was, so it's only a one-way communication. Mentor talks.
Tribute can't answer. They just have to listen.
I assume that like the mentor would be like if they thumbs up or something, they'd get that.
Yeah, I guess the tribute can communicate back in that way.
But
they probably
not in a like they can't like ask questions or
it's not
anything.
A direct like Discord call.
Yeah.
It's more like the tribute could like mime stuff out,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Which we will know if you are Discord calling, and you will be banned.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, it does
effectively.
Well, if the mentor can talk to the tribute, but the tribute can only mime, because there's an element of like, how are you going to mime? Hey, is it safe over this way? Is it like, hey, is there some like the mentor needs to figure out what the tribute would want to know?
I think I want the tribute to be in VR.
I mean, I think that's honestly because that would make the miming top quality. Like,
and the mentor doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I would. That would be weird if they had.
Yeah.
So is that it? Did we do this? I feel like
Are there any other types of arenas we could throw into this? Because one of them, they'll pluck out their eyes. One of them's just normal.
I mean, to be fair, like in the Hunger Games, they do have the deal of like, hey, we're gonna send poison clouds, we're gonna send killer dogs and stuff. So like, even in the typical arena, you're going to have crazy shit that can happen.
I think maybe one of them could be straight up a maze.
Okay, the entire arena's a maze.
All of it. Yeah. No open spaces. The entire arena is a maze. So you turn a corner and it's like, oh, there's Bobby. And you can't climb over it. You have to just walk on the ground.
It doesn't then that make that the Maze Runner. Maze Runner Hunger Games crossover.
No. I mean, you're sort of running through a maze, but like, no.
I mean, this one wasn't funny, but you did say you did make a game, and maybe that's better.
It's a good game. I would love to play this one.
I mean, to be fair, you just made Hunger Games, but where the mentor can talk to them. You did make the Hunger Games.
They have no eyes sometimes.
I've changed the very principle of the Hunger Games by removing their eyes. It's a new experience no one has thought of before.
So now it's called the Stumble Games.
Why?
Because if you're blind, you'll trip on the roots.
But you're only sometimes blind. So it'd be weird for them to call it for us to put on the box the Stumble Games. And
Okay, other games, they tie their legs together. I don't know. These games will always be some sort of stumbling. I think it's a cool concept that the mentor tells the tribute what to do.
Yes, that's
cool.
Great, but the Stumble Games thing has nothing to do with any of this.
Okay, let's call it the Bryce is Dumb game.
Fine. I'm excited to put that on the cover.
Good.
Well, speaking of things I'm excited for, we have a submission from Twitter, and by a submission from Twitter, I mean I saw somebody else tweet out a video game idea, and like this game, I pirated it. Alex Weber has submitted to the internet, to Twitter.com, a pirate battle royale. I will now pull up the tweet and read to you the contents. 100 people are dropped onto 10 different islands. When dropped, you have to gather the materials to build a ship. When you come across other players on the island, you can either kill them or wave a white flag. If both players wave a white flag, they are now an alliance. The more people in your alliance, the more powerful and resilient your ships will be. However, your crewmates can backstab you at any time. Once you have a ship, sail to other islands to find loot, level up your ship and crew. Last standing wins. Okay. He built a entire boat there, and that's great. I only want some of the pieces. So I'm going to give you, I'm presenting his boat, and then I'm going to grab a crowbar and I'm going to pull out the planks that are the coolest. Here's the planks I'm pulling off. 100 people drop onto 10 different islands. Okay, let's say 50 people, because 100 is a large amount of people. And the amount of islands, I don't think there's like a specific amount of islands, and they're not all the same. Huh. No, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say like maybe they all drop into the water and then you can start swimming towards a direction. But I do like maybe the idea of you get randomly dropped onto a different island and you don't like there's stuff there, but maybe not the best. Like you're making it work with what you got. When dropped, you have to gather the materials to build a ship. Here is where the greatness lies. So you are on a deserted island. What do you expect to see there? Probably
bears.
Yeah, that's all an island?
You heard me.
A bear on an island.
Bear Island? Huh?
I said deserted, not bear.
Okay, well, mine's a Game of Thrones reference, so never mind.
Okay, I didn't watch. So things that can be on islands, some trees for sure. There's sand, but really, what you gonna find on islands? Animals. So,
bears.
Fine. You can find a bear. So you could build you could build your ship from like crabs.
From bears.
Okay, so you can build them from different animals. You can build it from wood, but that would also work.
It would. It would work. It would work. Because I was making a pun on wood, right? Which wasn't very high effort.
Okay.
But then also would work.
Maybe you build. I think there's cannons. I think I don't think we can expect players to be able to synthesize a cannon.
Yes, you can. You can make a bear cannon. All you got to do is turn the bear around and squeeze him, and it just shoots out.
I feel like you need to be wearing your bear outfit if you're going to be this hard on bears right now.
I'm not putting it on. If you want to see my bear outfit, you'll have to see our D&D podcast.
That's true. Honestly, your bear thing is completely sidetracking me. I don't. Okay. You can build it out of things that you would not expect. That's what I was trying to go with there. When you come across another player on an island, you can either kill them or wave the white flag. In a similar to the, I guess just a general alliance thing. I don't like the white flag thing. I don't want it to be like, hey, get a lot of people in your alliance thing. I want it just to be a deal of like you can talk on mic and just be like, hey, let's team up. And they can do that or they cannot. Because
how when you talk in voice in PUBG, everyone used to be able to hear it.
Yeah, that
was so fun. That was really fun and really toxic. I loved it.
Is that not the case anymore?
I don't think so, but
Who knows?
I remember whenever you got on the airplane, it was really loud.
Does your dog have a squeaky toy?
You're right. I tune that out most of the time. I will hold the turtle until you can use it responsibly. Okay, so the white flag thing.
That's gone. So you're just trying to get them to. Your dog has stood up and bamboozled you.
She was getting the turtle.
Yeah, you were supposed to protect the turtle.
I have the turtle.
I'm gonna make a new game called Protect the Turtle.
It's about as inspired as most our games are.
I feel like I had a thing here, but I lost it in the sea.
Sorry. Okay, so here's the deal.
Yep.
The white flag thing where you make an alliance, it reminds me heavily of the cycle, which we tried to play that once, but when you play solo on the cycle, you can approach another player and propose to squad up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can both squad up and be on the same team, and if one of you wins, you both win, but you lose all your shields, so you have half as much health as everybody else, but there's two of you.
Yeah. So
which is probably pretty good if you're both really good. Yeah, so you can do that in the cycle. And I just want to tell you my very favorite thing about it.
What's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite thing about it is when I'm fighting with somebody and they're like one shot from death. And as I'm about to mow them down, they'll ask for an alliance. Like, I just picture them with their last breath just saying, please. And then I shoot them in the face. I don't accept their alliance.
Comedy. My game was ruined by bears. So.
And dogs.
That too. This is a great return to form for us. And why don't you thank all the people who make it possible?
We have a patron. Her name is Erin. That's a slant rhyme. Erin C. Let's give a round of squeaks for Erin. Thanks, Erin, for making this possible. You are the best, and truly, we would not be here without you. So that's my shout out to my investor, Erin C. You too can become an investor if you go to patreon.com/lastgeek, and then I could squeak for you if you want.
Okay, so I had gotten rid of my old game idea and written down Hunger Games Janitor. But I honestly feel like we've talked the most about the Hunger Games that is legally allowed to be talked about. So I feel like I need to go with something else.
The hype has died down. You just don't want to talk about Hunger Games anymore.
I mean, it'd be...
That, or you'd know your game idea is worse than mine.
It'd be a... Actually, okay. Actually, better than like Hunger Games Janitor. How about Hunger Games Maintenance Man? Because the janitor, you're just like, you got to clean up the bodies after the Hunger Games are done. Like, you just grab the kids, throw them in the chipper, move on with your life.
The chipper?
Yeah. Well, where would you put the bodies of the youth?
Send them home to their families.
That's weird. That would cost money, and the Hunger Games has a very tight budget. So Hunger Games, a maintenance person though. Hunger Games is full of traps and triggers, and honestly, like a shit ton of technology. They got a lot of complicated stuff there.
So they're gonna need an IT guy.
Sure, but I'm almost thinking more of a like the IT guy is probably gonna live a pretty chill life. There's probably. I'm almost picturing this like being a maintenance man at Jurassic Park. Honestly, okay. I'm taking it back, maintenance man.
Are we doing it that way now?
That's probably way better. That's probably way better. Okay. That was way better because like I think there's only so many things that could kill you in the Hunger Games deal of like, oh, I accidentally let out the dangerous wolves.
What about the kids?
Presumably you're not maintaining it while the kids are there.
Well, I thought that was the way you were going to make this game interesting. Like, what if they needed emergency maintenance? One of the cameras was down and you're missing a lot of action. Someone's got to get in there.
Sure. But
we're doing Jurassic Park anyway.
We are doing Jurassic Park now.
I'm just justifying my thoughts.
Well, I was going to dismiss your thoughts.
Well, I would have thought that your thoughts of dismissing my thoughts were stupid.
Okay, so you have a park with dinosaurs. If you don't know the plot of Jurassic Park, it's a park filled with dinosaurs that needs a maintenance.
Everybody is friends.
That needs a maintenance man because really that is why the movie happened, because it had bad maintenance. And notably, their IT man actually did suck, and that I haven't seen. When was the last time you've seen Jurassic Park?
I saw the new Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic Park 3. I saw that in Japan.
Is this helpful?
No.
Okay. God, I cannot remember anything about a Jurassic Park movie right now. I know there's the guy from Seinfeld.
There's Colonel Sanders is in it.
Are you talking about the old dude who runs the park?
Yeah, Colonel Sanders.
He looks nothing like Colonel Sanders.
He's Colonel Sanders.
Anyway, but the guy from Seinfeld's the IT man, and he's a real jerkopolis. What is Mace Windu in it? I feel like Mace Windu's in it.
No. What is wrong with you? You can't make this game. You're not qualified to make this game.
Well, then you tell me what being a maintenance person would be like.
Okay, you show up to work. A maintenance man at Jurassic Park doesn't do any maintenance because all the dinosaurs got loose and killed everyone. So he's just chilling.
Mace Windu is in it. Samuel L. Jackson played Arnold.
Who the fuck was Arnold?
Ray Arnold apparently at one point during the film said the words, "Hold on to your butts."
What?
He said the words, "Hold on to your butts."
Okay,
he also said the words, "We have all the problems of major theme parks and a major zoo, and the computer's not even on its feet yet."
Oh my god.
Yes?
When I saw this movie as a kid, I thought he was like Eddie Murphy. Because he has a mustache in this movie, and he wears glasses. And I didn't know actors' faces very well yet.
I couldn't see through his elaborate disguise.
Yeah. How dare he have a different face accessory?
People wonder why no one figures out that Superman is Clark Kent, and then you remember that Becker's exists.
And then I'm like, I thought he was Eddie Murphy because he had a mustache. Seeing it now that I know what Samuel L. Jackson looks like better, I kind of see it. But he actually does look really different in this movie.
He said, "Hold on to your butts."
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, but as Samuel L. Jackson playing Eddie Murphy said, "We have all the problems of a major theme park and a major zoo, and the computer's not even on its feet yet." Thus, showing that being a maintenance man in the Jurassic Park would be quite a convoluted setup because you have to keep the animals, aka dinosaurs, in. I, I guess the theme park part would be that the cars were on a track. Other than that, I mean the would
Huh?
I'm trying
Well,
to. I'm
which
trying to.
Jurassic Park?
The
'Cause
very
there's
fir-
the Jurassic. Okay.
We're assuming the very first one. The very first one. Or on Jurassic World, at this point, they should have had it figured out. Like, it's on them this point. They saw it go wrong. Why are they doing it again? Jurassic Park 2 and 3, they kind of agreed, okay, we're not doing it anymore. The dinosaurs just live there now. And then people go back and they're idiots. But, okay. You are a maintenance person before the park opens. The park is not open, but you have to help set up the park. And people, or maybe you are a maintenance person during the events of Jurassic Park the movie. Your job is to prevent the dinosaurs from getting out. So I like the idea of it's just beat for beat the Jurassic Park movie, but you are just
Inserted into it.
yeah, you are just trying to scurry like you've got Jurassic Park like playing on your TV while you play, just like 5 minutes ahead. So it's like, oh, he's about to fuck up here. I need to get over to this side of the park and fix this before the character turns off the power or whatever that breaks everything. So you're just like trying to like out repair the incompetence of the characters of the movie. I don't
remember what
I
happens
don't
well enough
remember
to do
either.
this.
This what might be a great thing for us to revisit after we have viewed the movie Jurassic Park. I just know that the dinosaurs get out because they had bad maintenance, I think. At some point, I think they had electric fences that the power went off.
Yeah.
So keep that from happening.
And I remember that kid got electrocuted too.
I don't remember that. Although I did remember Mace Windu was in the movie, so I've got that on you.
It's not Mace Windu if he has a mustache. Then he becomes Dr. Dolittle.
Okay. That's
who I was confusing him with. Exactly Dr. Dolittle.
You have another game idea, and there have been build-up of what this is, and I need to hear it, so let's hear it.
Gotta limber up for this one. In a world where everything looks normal,
Oh God, she's doing this.
you realize that you're surrounded by ordinary objects and people that are actually cake.
Timely.
Okay, I had this idea in here like for a little hot minute, but we have had live shows out and I still want to do it. So go fuck off. We're doing cake.
Okay. What's the point of there's people?
You have to find the mother cake and defeat her before your loved ones in the whole world become cake.
Okay, so you're presupposing people and things are being turned into cake. They weren't always cake.
Yeah. Anything around you could be cake.
Is this like people could be working against you, but you don't know it? Well, like what's?
I think it's like got levels that you have to pass. And when you get to the end, you finally get to a boss battle with the mother cake.
Okay, so this is just like a straightforward like action RPG.
And it's going to be co-op. And you can choose your fighters, like that kid from Matilda who ate that whole chocolate cake. He's a good one.
So you have to eat the enemies.
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes. because there's going to be different levels. So like one level, you could be in a room full of objects and you're hungry. You have a timer that your hunger's ticking down, you're going to starve. You have to eat stuff. And everything you eat is a risk because it could be cake. It could just be like a real object, or it could be spiders. If it's spiders, you die.
I want to pull down the curtain for the people for a moment, because before we were ready to start, I was ready to start, and Becker said to me, I need a little bit more time. I'm working on cake. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be a very fully thought out thing. And then she presents, hey, things can be cake, and then there's a mother cake, and then beyond that, she's just throwing shit at the wall, and now there's spiders there.
You pass the first level after you manage not to eat any spiders.
Oh.
And you get to the next level. And you have your family members and loved ones in front of you, and you have to figure out which one is actually cake. Okay. You can ask them each one yes or no question, and then you have to guess which one is cake.
Why can't you just like poke them?
You have to ask them each one yes or no question, and then you have to guess which one is actually cake.
Can I poke you?
No. You have to ask them one yes or no question, and then you have to guess which one is actually cake. Spoiler alert, Bryce.
Are you cake?
It's the one that doesn't answer. Well, the cake can lie. The cake can be a lie.
So the cake can lie, but it can't talk.
It can lie with its eyes.
To be clear, the cake can't move or talk, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So this is
It's an early level. There's a lot of levels, Bryce.
Okay. Tell me the next level.
On level 100, you finally reach the mother cake.
Okay, let's talk about level 3. At any point between level 3 and level 100, does the cake move or provide any sort of threat to you?
Sure. Yeah. I'm thinking like there's going to be a level with crab cakes. And they're little crabs that are cakes, and those can move.
Okay, but the human that is cake cannot move.
It's just an entry level cake because your loved one hasn't been cake for very long. Entry level cakes are inanimate, but they are sentient. So they can't do anything, but they know.
So your loved one, who is now cake, is just standing there going like, I hope they don't figure it out. I hope they don't figure it out, because they can't do anything to try and keep you from figuring it out. They're just aware of their fate.
Yep.
And you have to kill them. You have to kill your loved one.
Oh, here's the deal. When it's time to guess which one is cake, you just take a knife and you chop their head off.
You can't just let the cake person exist in the hope that maybe when you kill the cake queen, they'll turn back. No,
because if you let him exist, he'll level up.
How does the cake level up?
By not getting eaten or cut up.
Could you cut off their toe?
No. Because they'll immediately level up.
What? Why?
Surprise! There's a new. They have a passive ability. The first time they're cut up, they are sent into a fondant rage. That's what we're calling it. A fondant rage, and then they immediately become maximum level, and they will kill you.
So it seems like they're undefeatable.
No, because if you cut their head off, you win. So you just cut their head off while they're weak. And then they can't fondant rage.
If they're just cake, do they need a head?
They do.
Okay.
That's where their soul is.
I think you made it worse because then you're presupposing that the cakes have souls.
Yeah, but like it's kind of like if aliens invade.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're sentient, they're alive, but also they're taking over your planet.
Shouldn't you then this be suggesting that we should be making peace with the cake?
A piece of cake?
So what was the name of that first game?
This one's going to be called Piece of Cake.
Okay, what was the name of the first game that we made?
Bryce's Dumb game.
Okay. So this week we made Bryce's Dumb Game. Thank you.
No, we made cake. We made cake.
Beckers, which one of these games would you rather play?
And cake. And then, like, there's sometimes the cake people, they'll have, like, cake weapons. And they function like real weapons until they are sliced into...
Okay, but then wouldn't you just slice them?
Well, you have to, like, close the different distance. If they got, like, a cake gun and they're shooting it at you can't just run up there with a knife. That's pretty tough.
Okay,
Bryce.
but you're just making Diablo, but the enemies are cake.
What? What are you talking about?
How's
that Diablo?
Because it's just fighting enemies over and over, but they're cake.
There's different levels. Quit trying to make my game into a box, Bryce. It can't be contained. You can't keep this cake in a box.
But you can keep cake in a box.
Not this cake.
That's usually how you get cake.
This cake.
Go to Dairy Queen, they put it in a box.
And there's an ice cream cake level that takes place in Antarctica. And you bring a flamethrower and they bring ice cream, and that seems like they would lose.
I feel like the queen cake, the cake the ultimate
mother cake.
The mother cake would be ice cream cake because ice cream cake is notoriously hard to.
Ooh, this is a good discussion.
To eat.
We have to decide what kind of cake the mother cake is. What if it's fruit cake?
I mean, that is also equally. I've never.
Whoa. What if the mother cake formed from all the fruit cakes of the world that nobody ever eats because everybody hates fruit cake, and fruit cake is also really hard and solid. So the mother cake is a really strong fruit cake.
Oh, okay. Okay. What if... So you know how you've got these early on levels or whatever, you've got levels interspersed throughout that, like, you have to make a hard decision and you got to think about it and depending on how long it took you to play through the game, the final boss, the fruitcake, is harder the longer that you've been playing. Because
fruitcake hardens over time. Yes, You're right. So you're always in a hurry.
Yes.
So you can speed through these 100 levels.
Yeah,
you don't have time to ask if your brother's cake. You just stab him, cut off his head, and it was your brother. My bad. Next level. Keep going. Keep going. You don't have a brother. You know, your score's a little lower, but
and then
how it is.
And then at the end, there's an epilogue showing how everybody did in the new world that, you save the world. Here's how everybody feels. And it's your brother. He's there. Not how you remember him.
And you notice that there's a little bit of distortion on his cheek, and it's the fondant.
I mean, I'm suggesting that you killed your brother already.
You killed your brother. The new brother's cake. You thought you killed the mother cake, but then you find another cake. It's a twist.
There's always more cake. So the Bryce's Dumb game will be the Well, you don't want the episode Game A Corp episode
that
63.
That should tell you how passionately I feel about cake. We could call it devil food cake. There's a devil food cake level. It takes place in hell. There's an angel food cake level. There's a...
Backers.
Bro, the molten chocolate cake level, just picture it, bro.
No, okay. You defeat the mother cake. Then, depending on if you killed any humans during the thing, you either go to heaven or hell and then have to fight angel food cake or devil's food cake.
That's the bonus level, depending on...
Yep, that's the
kind of like...
That's
the
epilogue.
Extra ending.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fine, it's cake.
Boo, 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 boo. Pew.
End the episode.
I want the thumbnail to be the word cake in like the chiller font, or maybe it's like drippy like the Goosebumps font, so it's like a horror game, but it says cake.
Okay. Well, that has been an amazing episode of Game 8 Corp. You can follow me on Twitter at LastGeek.
You can follow me on Twitter at Dr. Beckers with a Z.
To cover some other things, me and Beckers and a bunch of other cool people have a cool Dungeons and Dragons podcast that we're doing called Dungeons and Gamers. I play a half-orc ranger that has a cool backstory, and Beckers.
I'm a bear. I'm a barbarian.
Yep. She plays a bear. By the time that this will be out, we will have done a live stream for charity at twitch.tv/lastgeekplays. So get excited for that.
And I'm cosplaying for that.
Yep. The video of that will be out eventually. Who knows about the scheduling, but you should definitely go check that out if you think that we're funny here. We're funny in different ways over there. And follow the Twitter account for that. It's at Dungeons Gamers. All one word. There's no end in the middle because they have a character limit. So it's just the word Dungeons and then the word Gamers next to it. Beckers is going to stream again.
Yeah, I get new internet soon. So I might even be streaming by the time this airs.
This is the 12th time she has said this. But
That's not true. It's scheduled. The install is scheduled. It's never gotten this far before. The internet is here.
How many times do you think on this podcast you have said, I'm getting new internet, so I'll probably start streaming soon?
Never before, ever.
Okay. Well, this is the end of the episode. Thank you for listening. And remember, have fun.